My name is Dee Dee Doke. I'm the editor of Recruiter magazine. My journalism career started off in radio news in the smallest radio station in the world in Oregon, and I followed my calling for journalism through defense reporting, aerospace reporting, and found my niche in HR and recruitment journalism, and I couldn't be happier. I love working in the recruitment industry because it's about people, it's about business, it's got a buzz. It's the most exciting industry I can think of. What impresses me most about a candidate at an interview is seeing passion for a particular subject, a knowledge of the subject matter that we're discussing, and also an interest in asking questions. I like to see a candidate perform at an interview as though we're having a conversation. What destroys it all for me is if it's a very rote, robotic performance, and if I can sense that there is no real genuine interest in the topic, that maybe somebody is just applying for this because they need to find a job. Overall, the most important thing that they can convey to impress me is a belief in what they do, that they know what they want to do in life, in a general way, and that they are excited about what's going to come next for them. In the case of our magazine, Recruiter, I want them to know our magazine. I want them to have requested a couple of copies. And actually, one thing that I do as a recruiter, when I summon people for interviews, I'm very interested to see if they request a copy of the magazine or not. I want to know that they have done their homework in looking at what we do, perhaps analyzing what we do, being able to come forward and say, I see you're doing this, 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 this. I think the bare essential is to know the product, the company, the recent accomplishments of whatever entity you're coming to interview for. Any kind of work experience that has taken somebody out into the working world is invaluable. I think that people will have a better grounding in life and work if perhaps they've had to go and work at a fast food place a few months or years before moving on to that great job. I think they will understand people better. I think they'll understand themselves better. And I think they'll have better business skills to bring with them to a high-flying kind of job. Relevant works experience in the publishing industry, print, online, broadcast, what have you. I think that is very important. If they're coming in at an entry-level role, it may have been more difficult for them to have gotten it, but I would expect for them in that case to have worked on a school newspaper, perhaps tried to have done some freelance work for a local newspaper, something that shows me that they are interested in this. I think that a candidate who has extracurricular and community activities in their background bring a lot to an employer. Often extracurricular activities can complement your professional interests. That gives me an idea of who this person is. What do they like to do? Who are they when they aren't at work? What strengths, perhaps, can we rely on, play on, what have you, to bring in even more passion into the work environment? What makes an effective manager, first and foremost, is the ability to listen. I think being able to have empathy with employees makes someone an effective manager. Being able to understand their aspirations, their goals, and so forth. But that doesn't come through osmosis, if you will. You have to ask questions. Be interested in your employees. You need to be able to be decisive and say, this is what we need to do. That doesn't mean that at some point you can't say, well, having thought that through again, maybe we need to change course, but make the decision in the first place. You need to be able to inspire them and motivate them on a level that speaks to them individually. And if you don't listen, if you don't ask questions, you can't accomplish that.